Hey guys, this video is made for Murphy Gray Hunter's group. She has lots of different groups on Facebook. She has a YouTube channel here and she's really informative. She has some great stories. She does lots of good reviews. I would suggest going to check her out if you haven't heard of her before. But again, this video is made for one of her groups that I am part of, which I'm very happy to be a part of. And what we're discussing this week is spiritual baths. Now, this is something that I actually do prepare a lot in the shop. Depending on what the person is looking for is what you actually put in a spiritual bath. There are some general things that a lot of people will put in them, some stuff that if you are not around a witchy store or anything like that, maybe you're out in the middle of nowhere, maybe you're in the buckle of the Bible Belt and they don't have some of these herbs and whatnot, you can definitely put your bath together with some things that you can find from the Walmart or wherever it is that you are. Anyway, I would suggest that you cleanse, consecrate your items, that kind of thing. Make sure you either bless them, pray over them, put good vibes in them, whatever it is that you follow, so that the herbs will work the way that they are intended to do so. Now, first thing I do, I start with one of these mesh bags. I'm sure you've seen them. I think they're called like Seraphim bags or something like that. They have a name. But I use them as a tea bag because they have the drawstring. And as they fill them, people can actually put them in their bath and dunk them in their bath and use them instead of throwing herbs in their bath. Now, some people do like the herbs in the bath so that it's all over. Some people do not have good plumbing or they have a rented house. Possibly a shower, you can't just sit there and throw herbs at yourself. You could actually get it all nice and lathered and use it to wash. One of the most important things to start with when you do spiritual bath is putting the water on your head. One of the things, because your crown chakra's here, a lot of stuff is going on your head. So to put it on your head is the first thing. Now, let's see. I actually have my book here with me as well. Whenever you're doing a spell, now again, I practice hoodoo, so anytime you are doing a certain spell where you are affecting something of somebody, what you would like to do is get you some hyssops, Hyssop. It is an herb. You get blessed salt, 2 white candles, you place them on either side of the tub so that when you stand up, you are between each flame. Now you pour the water over your head 7 times and then you recite Psalms 51. If you are not biblical, then you can say some kind of incantation about cleansings and blessings, that kind of things. That's what Psalms is all about. It's about forgiveness, blessings, cleansings, that kind of ordeal. So that's definitely where I would start. Just knock my book over. That's exactly where I would start as far as that goes. Now, I also have a book, Complete Book of Baths by Robert Laramie. And that might be backwards, but yeah, this is the book. I absolutely swear by this book. It has all kinds of different suggestions on how to actually prepare your baths. Now, I usually keep it simple. I always use a salt base simply because salt is cleansing. Now, if you're using, say you're trying to break somebody up with a bath, or you're trying to do money work with a bath, you can bring love with a bath. There's a whole slew of what you can do with spiritual baths. Now, one of the things I do start with is regular bath salts or Himalayan salts. I do not use kosher salt with a bath. I'm not sure exactly if you could or not. I don't know that answer. I just simply don't. I simply start with the Himalayan salt bath or some kind of a pink salt or the regular white bath salts. I also put in lavender normally with all of my baths. And the reason I use the lavender is because lavender allows you to move smoothly through something. It removes, it takes the path of least resistance rather. So when you're talking about the path of least resistance, it means that it takes the easy way so that you are not completely stuck trying to transition through something extremely difficult. So that's exactly what this particular bath is all about. Now, some cultures will use ammonia in a bath. I personally do not use ammonia in my bath simply because I have very sensitive skin. Everything is sensitive. If I get it on myself or something, I might burn, that kind of thing. If you're looking for some type of cleanser instead of ammonia, I would definitely use your Florida water. If you're not familiar what Florida water is, let me show you. It is a cologne. Murphy talked about it a little bit in her videos. She talked about the different colognes and stuff. It has a fresh, kind of citrusy smell is the best thing I can explain. Now, Florida water also came out with an aerosol can that you can use to spray like an air freshener, but I use it as a cleanser in between. Say I have a huge, big showing of customers and they all come in at the same time, bunch of different energies going on, I will spray and then continue on with my day, because not everybody can use white sage or cedar. You can smudge with cedar as well. A lot of people have a problem with using the white sage simply because it is protected. There's an argument about who should be using the sage, whatnot. Now, Florida water is a safe option if you're somewhere, or if you're traveling, say you're in a hotel or somebody else's house and you don't want to smoke them out. You could definitely clear the room with this Florida water spray. It's actually it's an aerosol, but it's definitely a great alternative to not spraying at all or not cleansing at all. You can also use the Florida water. They do come in little packages. I have some across the room, but they look just like this, only they're about this tall. And you can use it, put it on your forehead. Say you've been dealing with somebody that's really difficult, you can cleanse yourself that way. People will put it in their hands, they'll rub it down their arms like this and take a deep breath and they'll clean their head. There's always a pattern of cleaning the head, the crown chakra, everything that has to do with your head. There's a reason in some cultures you don't touch other people's heads, because this is where all your energy comes from, all of your gifts, that kind of thing. So now, what to do with your bath or your workings when it's been spent. Now, I reuse these bags. If somebody brings it in to me because they want another bath, they get a small little discount because they bring their bag back. Now, most of the time when I get rid of my magical items when I'm doing a working, depending on what it is, most of the time I will take it to the crossroads. And what this means, it's a 4-way stop. So you'll have like 4 stop signs or a stoplight, in the middle. And I use a gas station, actually, because when I drop my items off, the trash man is going to come and pick up those items and I'm not going to cross them again. Usually by the end of the day, they're gone. So if I know I'm coming home and I'm not going back that way, I will definitely throw away items. Some items you can definitely bury on your property, protection items, protection spells, cleansings. You want to take your cleansings off the property. Those are one of the things that you do want to take to the crossroads or bury off of your property somewhere, because you don't want that energy to stay on the property. Now, if it's for like love, good relationships, that kind of thing, you can bury it on your property because you want love and good essence of your relationship there. So that's just a little blurb about what's going on. Now, I'm coming up on 8 minutes on the video. I wanted to try and keep it under 10 minutes simply because there's just a huge plethora of things that you could go on and on about spiritual baths and cleansings and all that good stuff. But one of the basics that you should take into account, always have some lemon and some lime on hand, or oranges. If you like the smell of oranges, you can put that in some distilled water, make a quick floor wash, put a little bit of rubbing alcohol in it, wipe some surfaces down. Lemon is a good cleaner. Now, you don't want a lot of fake lemons. You can use the lemon juice, like they come in the little lemons. I'm sure you've seen them. That makes a good one. If you don't want to squeeze, you can actually cut a lemon, drop the water in drop the lemon slices in your mop water, add a little Florida water, and there you go. You got a floor wash. Especially if you are on a budget, Florida water is remotely cheap. Oranges, lemons, and limes, they are extremely cheap. So if you're trying to keep it nice and easy, trying to keep it fresh, so people, when they walk into your house, they don't go, what's that weird smell? Because you have a lot of different herbs in it. You can also put a little bit of lavender oil in there, which helps calm everybody down. But again, once you start putting essential oils into a mop water or a wash, that gets a little bit pricey. So I would suggest starting there, especially if you're just starting out. Protections and cleansings are a great thing to start with. So hopefully you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye!